Okay, it's Saturday Night Live, Bitcoin Saturday Night Live. Oh, wow. You know, you'd think a week's a long way away, but it's really not. It's just like this gets so compressed. It's a challenge doing these shows. It really kind of wrecks my Saturday night too. But anyway, I've got a special guest here today, and hopefully we're going to have some other of our speakers pop in. I did send them the code so they can come in and join us. But this is I have my, actually it's my favorite daughter-in-law's mother, and she was so kind to be the liaison for our Bitcoin conference cruise with Carnival Cruise Line. So I had her on. I'm going to take off my mask because you guys know who I am anyway. I had to start out with the ugly old goat mask, but it's a lot easier if I don't have it on. So here we go. Here's real ugly. And I want to introduce you to Eileen. What we've done is we've opened up the conference now, the conference in cruise to everybody on Twitter. We had a special thing with all of our people, our members. And so if you're a member and you want to sign up, or if you have registered and haven't paid, make sure you do that during the show here, because our goal is to fill out this cruise. Because of, I was warned by Tone Vays and others not to do a cruise. It's a big headache, or even doing a conference. And they were absolutely right. But hey, I wanted to do this anyway. And because this is kind of a different concept. It's definitely, Bitcoin standard. It's Bitcoin only. We're not going to have any sponsors. It's just me. I'm financing the whole thing and glad to do it. We're going to have about 10 or 12 speakers there. I still have one or two big speakers coming in on this thing. We have some big ones now already, but we're going to have some other ones that might be making a surprise appearance. There's only going to be about 40 people able to attend. We blocked 60 rooms for 60 people, but it's fortunate and unfortunate. We knew that there was going to be an inaugural Baja 400 race. And so this place, the cruise is about 70 to 80% full, and they're just not going to, they don't have to sell this one out. Now, one of my goals is I want to fill up an entire cruise ship and bring you all down to Ensenada, but it's going to have to be on a weekend when they don't have some big event like the inaugural Baja 400. But we've got this thing locked in. It's going to be a great event for the people that do attend. It's going to be very, very intimate. The goat lady hopefully will be here later. She is recovering from an operation, but she's pretty determined to get here and tell you the things she has planned. She loves Ensenada and wants to show you her city. So I'm going to hand it off now. This is Eileen Feely, and she is the liaison. I'll let her tell what she's doing, but basically she'll act as your travel agent if you decide to go on this thing. Also, if you look at the affiliate codes down below, all the speakers that have affiliate codes, like if you like to support Tyler Jenks, or if you want to support Juan Galt, or Kestutis, or whoever's, or Duarte, Zezo Duarte, you can sign up under their affiliate code, and you will get a 15%.
His girlfriend.
All right. Hello, Marcel. And anyway, you'll get a 15% discount, and you'll actually give them a small reward because you're one of their followers and you signed up because you're really more interested in them than you are me. So I can easily understand that. Okay, I'm not hurt. You don't hurt my feelings in the least if you're coming to see somebody else besides me. So Eileen, I'm going to hand it off to you now, and we'll go from there.
All right. Well, it's a pleasure to be here. Welcome, everybody, all your viewers there. We have the cruise booked and blocked out a number of rooms on different levels. We have ocean view rooms, and we have some interior rooms. We got some really good prices on it. They go from per person, if there's 2 people in a room, the prices go from $434 to $494, and that includes everything. It's the actual room itself, the berth, the taxes, the fees, the port fees, and then there's a gratuity also, $47.15. That's all included. So if there's 2 in a room, you pay $434 to $494 each, depending on which of the 5 categories you pick. Some are ocean view, some are interior. The cheaper ones are interior. So 2 people in a room.
Let me emphasize, that price includes everything. I mean, it's meals, gratuity. You're not going to have any other expense. You will have an expense if you want drinks. But they do have a package, and I don't know how much it is, but I don't know, it's 50 or 100, whatever it is. You can buy a little card and you get all the pina coladas or whatever you want, or beer or whatever you drink. And then I think they have one for the sodas too. That's much non-alcoholic beverages. But that's the only other expense that you really are going to need. We're going to take care of everything here in Ensenada, and we've got Anissa will be coming in here later, hopefully to outline what she's got planned for you, and it's going to be pretty cool. All right, Eileen, back to you.
Okay, so I explained to you if it's a double in a cabin, 2 people in a cabin. If you choose to be single in a cabin and go solo, you're going to pay the same amount, a little bit less. The single guest, the taxes and fees are $88.52. 2 of you are in a room, you have to pay double of that amount. And with the taxes, you have to pay the double amount if 2 people are in a room. So if you go solo, the cost will be $738 to $858 in there. I can give you all the details after you register for the conference, and you can take a look at what specific one you want. So one of the main things I need to know when you're booking is if you want a room all by yourself, or you're coming along and you're bringing somebody with you, or if you're not bringing a companion along but you still want to share a room, we can match you up. So far, I found a lot of people who want to share rooms. They don't know anybody else, and we can just match them up. You're going to be a lot of time out of the room anyway. You have conferences set up the whole time. Almost all the time you're on the boat, you're going to be able to go to a conference. You can go and enjoy what you want on the boat, but there's conferences there, which is, the goal here anyway. And then on shore, you're at that fantastic race. So I can match you up. Just let me know. You'll get an email from me. You can call me. I can call you. We'll work it out. The very first step in this, though, is for you to register the conference. Go into the Ugly Old Goat area website, and there's a link for the cruise on there. You click on it. It says register for the conference. You click on that, you register, and what will happen is you will get an email. And the email will have a link in it for you to pay for the conference. It is in Bitcoins, and you have 2 choices there. That's the very first step. As soon as you pay for the conference,
let me interrupt. Yeah, let me interrupt for a minute, because we do have 2 categories, and that's the VIP and the standard. And the VIPs are almost all gone. Is there just one left now?
One left.
Okay, so hey, if you want VIP, sign up, because we can't do any more. I upgraded everybody that signed up early, and even though they're standard, because I really appreciate you guys. I have a lot of people that have registered for this conference and have not paid for it. And you guys, you're not going to. We can't hold a spot open for you if you don't pay for it. So you need to pay for this conference. And when they're gone, they're gone. There's only going to be about 40 attendees, because we're going to have between 12 and 20 speakers. I'm not sure exactly. Right now, I think we've got 12. And I think I might have 1 or 2, or even 3 or 4 more. I do know that we are going to have more on this. It's a tremendous bargain. Look, I'm paying everybody's expenses on this thing, and a small speaker's fee, and because these guys deserve it. These are people that have worked in Bitcoin, and I don't expect them to come and teach us for nothing. So. It is when I priced this thing, Bitcoin was a lot less than it is today, but nevertheless, we're only going to have, it's going to be very small, because it is a cruise during a race, and so we're not going to be able to expand it, but that's fine. And I really want this to be a high quality and practical conference. If you go to the web page, some of the themes I've outlined. Tyler Jenks is going to be outlining his it's going to be a whole new thing. I'm a big follower of Tyler because he taught me the 5 pillars of Bitcoin, and he's now expanded that to 10 pillars of Bitcoin. And last Saturday night, he listed those 10 pillars, and he's going to expound on them for the first time at this conference. We have Juan Galt, who I was very impressed by this young man, and he really understands privacy. He understands security for your Bitcoin and also how to pass your Bitcoin on, inheritance. These are all big problems. And these are things that, that we're going to address in a very practical way. And so we're going to have, I've got one of my attorney friends. We're going to teach you, if you have problems with exchanges, how, these guys, in their terms of service, you can't sue them. But that's not exactly true. You can sue them in small claims courts because that's exempt, and most of them are in California. So this is an important thing you need to know if an exchange is giving you some problems. And believe me, I've had some problems with them, so I understand that. Again, you can kind of check that out. I've got a good friend of mine and an engineer in Tijuana that's been working on my on a technical indicator, personal one on equity. Whoops. Okay, we got our signal back. And so he's going to be outlining that, that's going to be a brand new area. And there's going to be a lot of stuff going on. Go check out the website, see what we have going on there now. We've got Daisy Kommen, who is an entrepreneur. And this is, I call it a working man's Bitcoin cruise, because if you're a small businessman, entrepreneur, or your vision is to become an entrepreneur, this conference is geared toward you. It's not for the the ivory tower crowd, the intellectuals, the people, the devs. I don't understand the back end of Bitcoin, and I don't pretend to. I do understand the economics better than most, and so I do stress that, and that's what I write about. We all have strengths and weaknesses in different parts of Bitcoin, and there's going to be new things that develop. And so what I'm trying to do is just keep this, I believe in KISS, keep it sweet, simple, and stupid. I'm not the most intelligent man in the world. I'm not the dumbest man in the world. I'm just the average guy. I do happen to know how to trade Bitcoin. I pull a lot of money out trading Bitcoin, and my subscribers know it. They see it. We send them the track record. But I do it in a different way than most of you that are listening to this understand. It's a completely different way of thinking. And of course, I will be talking about that and how the whole concept of money management, how you hodl, how you save. And by save, it's SAYVV. It's a distortion of the word savvy. If you're a savvy trader, you're going to take something out of the market and you're going to reward yourself. And then we have Builda, and Builda is you want to purchase assets that you can that will build your business. And we just did that. We just on May 25th, I reduced the size of my trading position to 2 Bitcoin. We ran it up, and all the subscribers got the whole history of it. We ran it up. I ran it up to 10 Bitcoin. We took 6 out. And for that, we went and bought a bus that I'm not trading right now. So if you're going to subscribe to the newsletter, it may not be the best time, but you do get all of the old newsletters that I've written, and you get the entire trading history. And I'm going to be getting, I don't plan on getting back in the market because I'm working on this cruise now. And then after that, we're going on vacation. And that's part of Builda. We bought an 18-passenger bus that we're going to take. I wanted to take my family for a vacation and tour the United States for a bit. They haven't seen it. They just all got their visas this last year, so it's going to be a fantastic trip. And then when we come back, that bus will be used for the conference. So it's also that's building. So there's hodl, and there's saving, and there's building, and that's what I'm going to be emphasizing on this thing. And that's where we want to go. So I noticed Kestutis, you just joined us. Welcome, but I'm going to keep you out of the conversation till we get. Yeah, Kestutis is here, but But we're going to go back to Eileen because she needs to outline this cruise, and then we'll go from there. Okay, back to you, Eileen. I didn't want to upstage you too much, but I wanted to let people know, hey, particularly if you have registered and you haven't paid for this, get on there tonight and, pay, because you're not going to have a spot. I mean,
Right.
it's nice that you registered, but as far as it goes, you don't have anything locked in because, I got to sell this thing out. And I really want to get it done by July 22nd, if it can possibly be done. And, I'm covering everybody's expenses, covering their speaker fees. And, because these people all deserve to be paid and rewarded. A lot of stuff in Bitcoin is volunteer, and that's fine and that's wonderful. But a lot of it, I don't work that way. And I'm not having any sponsors. Nobody is sponsoring this event. Not one. And I don't want anybody to sponsor it because it's going to detract from. I mean, there's a few that I would consider, some of the hard wallets and so forth, but it's really, that's not what this is about. And so I just want to promote this thing. This is a new concept. The content is going to be super small. If I do this again, it's not going to be during a race. It's going to be during the off season. So the whole boat is empty, because my next goal, if we do this and do it successfully, we come up with high quality content that people will get on and see, whoa, I don't want to miss the next one. And that will be a much larger cruise. And hopefully we'll fill up the whole boat. That's my goal. Again, the future in Bitcoin to me, there's two types of entrepreneurs in the world. There's those that have Bitcoin like me and others, and there's those that don't. And the people that don't are still business savvy. They just really don't get Bitcoin yet. And that's what we're out here to do, is to teach them how to incorporate sound money in their business. Okay, Eileen, tell them how they get signed up.
Okay, Greg, get back to the mechanics of it, and you can really make my life easy if you do this sooner than later. I have a deadline it's not actually July 22nd, it's July 21st at 11:59. I have to have all of the exact names, the date of births, the citizenship data of every single passenger in there. So, are you okay? Okay, so to recap, the first step is go into the website, register for the conference. When you get the link to pay it, click on the link, make the payment. You'll get an email then telling you what you need to do for the cruise. If I don't hear from you, I'll give you a call, or I'll probably email you. Most likely I'll email you, but the information will be on that note after your conference payment comes in. What I need from you is, number one, your full name. Homeland Security is checking everything. If your name that is listed on the cruise that I put in there and your date of birth are incorrect, if there is a letter off or anything, you're not going to get on. So it's very, very important that I have your exact first and last name. Whatever is on your passport that you're going to need to get on this international ship, or if you don't have a passport, you're going to need a government issued ID, like a driver's license, and your birth certificate. The name you need is the name on your passport, or if you're using a government issue ID and your birth cert, the name that's on your government issue ID, the driver's license.
Let me speak a little bit. Yeah, let me speak a little bit from experience. Last year, I took my son on the World Cup in Russia. It was just a great trip, and it was for him because he loves soccer. He found out he didn't really want to go, and he still doesn't like traveling, but I made him go, and he was glad he did. He got to see Mexico beat Germany. But the reason I bring that up is that's when I ran into how persnickety this security and the Homeland Security stuff is, because in Mexico they have longer names, 3 and 4, 5 names at a time. And if that doesn't match exactly, then even though you bought a discounted ticket, you can't get on, and you have to buy a new upgraded ticket at full price. And I think it cost me an extra $4 or $5 grand during that trip because I didn't have his reservations exactly right. So it is very, very important. And the sooner you can do this for Eileen, we would just really appreciate it, because I don't think people really understand. I didn't until I ran into it, how difficult and how many obstacles there are in traveling now due to the Homeland Security.
Right. Okay. So The name is very, very important that we get it correct. I've had some already that I've gotten in Mexico. Very often there are two last names. We need the two last names on there. If that's what's on your government issue pass ID or your passport, we need the two names, and I've taken that into account. We only need first name, we don't need middle initial. Next thing, we need date of birth, and what I'm going to ask in the email that goes out and to you, the automated one that goes after you pay for the conference, is that you spell out the month. June 5th, 1978, May 2nd, 1921, whatever it is. Because what happens is in America, you put the month first, the day second, and then the last thing is the year. In Europe and many other countries, it's the other way around. And if the numbers are below 12, we can get the wrong date of birth in there, and then you have a problem when you try and get it on. So it's reversed. So if you could spell it out, if it's not, and there's any way at all, there could be a problem with it because of that, I'll be emailing you. So when it's all done, I'm going to send out a confirmation saying, here's what I have for your name, here's what I have for your birthday, spelled out with the month spelled out. That's the second thing. The third thing is they want to know what your nationality is or your country of citizenship. Where are you a citizen of? We need to know that. The US, is it Italy? Is it Turkey? Where is it? And then they also want to know, are you a US resident? If you're not a US resident, you must tell us where you're a resident of. Aside from that, do you have any special needs? Are you diabetic? Do you have a wheelchair? Is there anything special you need on the cruise? You can let us know. Then that's the basic that I need. As soon as I have that, I can book everything and get it done. You can then let me know. You'll get another email. What kind of room do you want? Do you want ocean view or do you want interior? All the prices will be out there. You can take a look at it and see what you want. And then I'll also need to know, do you want to be in the room by yourself? Are you bringing a companion? You'll have given me the names of both, or do you want to be matched up with someone? So we only need the four things to start. When you get that email out, your name, your date of birth, your citizenship, your residency, and if you have any special needs. We can take care of the rest afterwards. Everything is paid for. There's only, I think we have maybe 19 cabins left. So 38 people probably left is all we have. So the first ones that come in, those are the ones I'm booking as we go along. There's a few out there that still haven't paid that did the conference, but the rest of you need to go in and do the conference and, click on it and pay it, and then you get the email and we can go along. You can reach me at events@uglyoldgoat.com. I have it in the email that goes out, or I have my phone number in there. If you have any questions at all, just call me anytime on it, or you can shoot me an email at events@uglyoldgoat.com. Okay, I'm trying to think, did I miss anything there, Ugly? I think I got it all. I've given you the
You did a super job. That's why I'm so glad that I have you, Eileen. Like I told everybody when I...
Excuse me, Ugly. You can upgrade. If you don't like what we have ocean view rooms in the interior. The ocean view rooms are on the main deck and the upper deck. If you want to upgrade and you want to get something better, there's no problem with it. I can give you the information. I can direct you to Carnival to call them. I can send you.
Yeah, I instructed you got me the what is it? What suite did you get me?
I got you the grand suite. It's the biggest suite on the boat. It's got a huge balcony on it.
So that's another thing. You guys, I don't know we'll have to see how big that is, but the VIPs will probably get a special little thing just with the goat, ugly old goat and the goat lady, and maybe the speakers. I don't know how big it is. We'll see. Nothing's that big. None of the accommodations were that big on a cruise ship, but I was able to get the grand suite was still available. So I said, "Oh, go ahead and sign us up because I'm sure we're going to need it." So, yeah. So that's it for now. I'm waiting for Ayanese to come on because she's going to kind of outline the plans that she has. We're going to go to some videos that show what the race is all about and also the cruise. But I also want to welcome one of our speakers first, and that is Kestutis. He signed in. I have invited the others, but they kind of got late notice. But I wanted to invite Kestutis. And hey, I don't know if you know it or not, but you're signed up as a single. So one of the VIPs, if they want a room with you, they have that option. So so if you have a follower that's signed up that wants to get some special attention and tutoring, let them know, and we can assign them to be your roommate.
That's awesome, Ugly. It's very kind of you. So I'm very glad that you guys, making this happen and getting everybody behind it, making to an event, hopefully. Ever growing, ever bigger each year, hopefully we can run out of space that can one ship, would have a capacity of eventually. And so I'm very honored that you picked me as a speaker. I'm gonna try to bring, the best stuff, best thing that I could have, give a lot of value to the subscribers and the members. And so yeah, that's it for me. I just had a lecture with my mentorship program. We had like 4 or 5 hours straight,
Okay.
studying parents and so on. So yeah.
Okay. Well, talking about that, Jesus is here. You need to show your face here, Jesus. All right. Wait a minute. Let me put it back. There we go. Get back on here. All right. Hey, Jesus, did you open up that bit? Do you have that BitMEX account ready to go? Okay. Have you started a group yet? Not yet.
But we'll start.
Okay. So we just had a whim. I'm out of the market right now, and I really have no intention on coming back into it until I'm going to go on vacation, which is part of what I teach, guys. This part of my mentoring thing. You don't always have to be in there trading. Hey, you know what? I've turned 2 Bitcoin into 34 and a half Bitcoin since February. I started back at 2 on May 25th and turned it into 10. I don't need to keep trading. My last trade, you don't want to follow me either, because I was short a bunch of Ethereum and I got out of it just before it cracked. Hey, Jesus trading, let's go. All right, I like that. Yeah, well, we're going to do that. I mean, how can you go wrong? I mean, you're going to be trading with Jesus. And
can't go wrong there.
No, and it should be fun. I think the G.Lady is going to join. Basically, what did you start with? Like 0.001 Bitcoin? Yeah. So we're starting with a really small amount, and I probably will join for fun, but I probably will trade on Deribit because people want me to try out Deribit. And I love BitMEX, and that's where I take all your Bitcoin from. But I'm going to try Deribit, and I'll get in there and see what I can do. But basically, it's I want you to be using all the principles I teach you, and it's just going to be with a small piddling amount, because you don't get emotionally involved that way. And you want to become a big trader, you've got to be able to take those emotions out, and you don't want to ever be trading enough that it's going to affect your lifestyle if you get wrecked. But if you follow what I'm teaching you, you're never going to get wrecked. You can't possibly get wrecked if you follow the techniques and the money management that I teach and preach. And it's kind of boring because I know money management isn't fun. Everybody wants to, get rich quick, make it all tomorrow, but it doesn't work that way. It just doesn't. It's a business, and you have to treat it as such. So, at any rate, that's it. We will probably next week. Hopefully, Jesus will have his group set up. Telegram group. So that'll be fun to see what happens. I mean, you can put a small amount in there, and hey, compete with each other. One of you guys is going to turn $100 into $1 million. I'm thoroughly convinced that you can do it. So you have to be patient, and you're not going to do it in a year, but you can do it over a course of several years. So that's where we are at. How about the goat lady? Is she on her way or? Okay, don't know yet. Well, in the meantime, Eileen, do you have any more to say? I could show them. Okay, the goat lady's coming. And as she comes here, what I'm going to do is maybe play show you what this race is all about. And we also can play the video from Carnival so you can see what the ship is all about. Hopefully the sound comes through. Now, last time I did this, we did it for the members last night, and they got the picture but no sound. So if you're not getting the sound, let me know. And I'm going to go here now. How do I do this? I just go to and start playing it. I need to go to screen share?
Yeah.
All right. So I need to go screen share, and then I need to go to the application window, and then I need to go to what? This one. All right. That one?
Yeah.
Share. Minimize. All right. You are screen sharing and minimize it now. And I need to get rid of this. Now I just hit this. Okay. Are you guys, do you hear the sound? Do you guys hear the sound?
No.
No.
No, you don't hear the sound. I hear the sound. So, okay. Bitcoin Jesus, or the new Bitcoin Jesus is going to try and fix that. Do you have an earphone? Okay. You guys hearing the sound yet? I know you see the video. I can put it on full screen, but if you're just looking at it and you can't hear it, it ain't very cool. But all right. This is where it starts. The race starts, and then Estrella Beach, and then we're going to have our lunch after and there he's going to go out there. Okay, there's where they start. Bear in mind, these guys went 500 miles after. This is just the beginning of the race. All right.
You did it wrong.
All right. So are they hearing it or not?
No.
No. Okay.
Just showing Eileen.
Okay. What? Showing Eileen.
Yeah.
I don't know how to get back. Okay.
Thanks.
All right. We'll get back. Apparently I can't do it. So we tried that, and I got to get the sound off because I'm hearing the race. I'm hearing the race.
We've got two shooters.
Okay. Yeah, well, we're not very good on technology here. We're learning. We're going to get better. I got my 13-year-old son, and what I really want to do is probably get this conference professionally streamed. But okay, I got to get it professionally screened, and then have my 13-year-old son tutor under them. It's only we need to learn this stuff, and because we're going to be on the ship, we don't know how good a connection we'll have. So we not only want to live stream it, but also have it video taped in some way so we can play it later. Because I really think I'm going to be working from now until September to make this really a top-notch event. And I'm the one that's going to be in charge of the content. Okay, but here's the one who's going to be in charge of the entertainment, and she is the most lovely woman in Mexico, and she also loves her city of Ensenada, and she loves showing it off. And we just she just bought a 18-passenger bus, right?
Yeah, for take everybody around the city at the VIP,
The VIP people.
The VIP people. Yeah, we are thinking the people that wanted to come early. We had to be early at the race, the Baja 400 first edition at the Cerrito Beach Hotel. Sorry, Estero Beach. I always get confused. It's not for make publicity or nothing, but it's the best place for have the race. The city moved the race over there because here in Ensenada was a lot the traffic, and now it's much better. Everybody is more safety at the Estero Beach Hotel. And the race start early in the morning, like at 4:00 a.m. and finish the races start with the motorcycles and ATVs, like at 4:00 a.m. and they finish 7. And 7:30, like at 7:30 to 8, start the cars, all kind of cars, depende how many. Last race, the Baja 500 was like 430 cars and motorcycles, and all day we stayed there watching the race. Remember, I don't know if the people watched the video the U.O.G make on live. I was so excited. But the cars finished at the start line like at 10:30, depending how many cars are. And after that, we want to go have breakfast, lunch, and there at the hotel. It's a beautiful restaurant by the beach, and you can walk there around.
There's an Esplanade or yeah, it's a beautiful little walk.
Yeah, a little walk, beautiful by the beach. The rocks, water, a lot of water. It's no beach. We had to go far away from.
We need to go make those reservations now, though. I talked to him last week, but we need to go.
Yeah, and after that, we can come to the Bitcoin house for make the Bitcoin.
Yeah, we might do Saturday Night Live with everybody here, or we might just do a tour, and then we could do the Saturday Night Live back on the boat. We'll just see. But
I don't know about the internet.
Yeah, that's the big thing is the internet. We don't know. I mean, they do have it, and the last time I went, we had internet the whole cruise. I had no problem. But we're because we're in Southern California or Baja, Mexico, so you're not far from the beach.
Yeah, probably land. We have some internet there. But it can be so nice if we do some show here with everybody. I don't know if we can fit 60 people here.
Yeah, we can have a reception out in the garage or upstairs. People can wander around. We can do a live. We can get we have all this equipment. I got this GoPro. I can wear the GoPro and walk around. We also bought, what's that helicopter thing that we've been? Nobody's learned to use that. Hey, I need technical help. I'm buying the equipment and I'm looking for people. A drone. I got a drone. I got a top quality drone, guys. But I'm not going to learn to fly it. I'm busy trying to teach you the basics of what I know. And I have no manual dexterity. I was in an accident, and this hand is almost worthless now. The only thing I have is about a half of a mind, and that's deteriorating fast. But so take advantage of me while I'm still here. You're just going to see me wither away slowly but surely. But I still have a lot up there that I can pass on to you. Okay.
If the people wanna do something else and say, you know what, I'm tired of the ugly all these 3 days. I wanna go to the beach. We are three blocks away from the beach.
They probably don't know it, but this is wine country.
It's a wine country. The wine that we have here.
This is Nebbiolo.
Nebbiolo.
I decided to try this. You picked this out yesterday, and I decided, would you like to try it?
We tried already.
No, you didn't.
In one restaurant.
Really? Oh,
yeah, that's the reason I want to pick it up.
Okay, I didn't know that.
If the people want to go, if no want to go to the race the Saturday morning, you can go to the wine country. They're at the cruise ship. They have some bus that go to the wine country. They have all day and bring back, and you can taste.
Yeah, there's some super micro brews down here now too. I mean, it's an incredibly diverse economy. It really is. It's industrial. There's farming. There's tourists. There's wineries. It's just you couldn't ask for a better home. And you're deep enough into Mexico. It's not a border town. I mean, Ensenada is truly Mexico.
Yep. And everybody is welcome. I enjoy showing the people my city. I love my city.
All
You
right.
know?
So that's it. And now let's see, are we able to share the audio on these or not? Are we able to share the audio on the Carnival cruise or not?
Go ahead.
I'll try it. And we'll try this. If it doesn't work, I may get out of it, but and I'll talk over it in the meantime. But I showed you a little bit about what the Baja, 400 will be like. And this is, what did I just do? I need to go to share. Wait, is that, no, I need to, go ahead, you do it. Okay, screen share. Hey, did you notice they're going to change all this Hangouts on August 1st?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I want to share with the people. Okay. They're listening?
Are they hearing the race now or not? I know they hear us. Okay, we'll go to the Carnival.
No.
Okay.
You know what? I want to share something.
Okay.
And the Baja 500 in 2019, the first and second place are the brothers. I don't remind the names, but the third place are a lady from Tecate.
Really?
Yeah, she's
Wow.
got the third place.
Wow.
Yeah, in a pink trophy truck, and are so excited. Everybody are so excited when we listen that. I'm so proud of her. Sorry, but I always have problems with the names, but I know she's from Tecate, Baja California, 1 hour the north from Ensenada, and we are so proud from her.
Yeah, the goat lady loves big trucks. So I just got her a brand new, what is it? F-250 diesel, 4x4 diesel. That's big.
Oh, look at that. I love when the motors are running and growing. Either the motorcycles.
All right. Do you guys hear that? Hey, Carrie and McKay. Yeah, I'd be glad to talk about that more, but this is Saturday Night Bitcoin Live. We don't talk about that stuff now, but if you're a subscriber, you can ask Ugly anything, and that's when I address those things. I did write an article on it on Medium, which pretty well outlines, what it's all about. And yeah, I also mentioned that I did do a show with Tone Vase this morning. If you have a chance, go look at it. It was just off the cuff and lots of fun, very relaxed. And, he's influenced me more than Bitcoin.
Now we can hear the trucks.
What can they hear? Can you guys hear the race?
Now we can hear it really loud.
Kestutis, do you hear the race?
Yep.
Oh, okay. They're hearing it. Okay. All right. So that's the race. And the next thing we can do, you guys get a flavor of what that's about. Now let's go to the Carnival cruise ship, and we'll do a.
Today I'm going to take you
we're
through
gonna do
Carnival Imagination as we go deck by deck.
This is the ship that we're going to be on now. Can everybody hear this? Cruise fever. We're not having cruise fever. If you've never been on a cruise, this is a good one because it's short, and if you don't like it, you'll know in short order. If you do, then you'll be wanting to come back.
Carnival's fleet, but this ship was recently renovated in 2016. A guy's burger joint was added, Blue Iguana Cantina, waterworks, and several other things we're going to take a look at today.
All right. Everything
images of
is
Long
paid
Beach
for.
Cruise port,
except your alcoholic
Mary
drinks.
there in the background. I recommend at least checking it out, if not staying on the ship prior to going on your cruise. A lot of history. It's just a really great experience. Here's inside the Long Beach Cruise port, that big dome there. And here we have just an exterior shot.
Okay, I hope you can hear it, but this is just a picture. This is a ship that we're going to be on.
It's 855 feet long. There are 10 passenger decks. This was a 3-day cruise out of Long Beach to Ensenada, Baja, California,
That's
Mexico.
the one we're on.
You see the background there.
And
We're
this
going to start off
very
looking at
empty
the
'cause it
top
was done
decks
in
and work our way
January,
down,
which is
take a
kind
look
of
at the pool deck, and then we'll look at some of the interior parts of the ship. This is the sun deck, deck number 14. Offers great views over the pool deck, and it's usually a lot quieter up here if you want to find a lounger to kind of catch some sun. This cruise was in January, so it was a little bit chilly. as you can tell by not many people being in the pool. And there is a jogging track that goes around deck number 14 as well, as you see here.
Yeah.
If you keep walking forward, you will see the mini golf course, nicely renovated. There's some seating around it and some picnic tables. And if you keep going forward,
One
from
thing
the
that
mini golf
I've
course,
learned
you
is
see
that they're
great views
changing all these ships for
out over the
entertainment
Baja
primarily,
ship.
and I think that might be wrong because hopefully,
There's not a lot of space.
as
You can see
Bitcoin
the narrow
standard
walkway
bearers,
there.
we
It's
become more and more
pretty fine. It's a great
influential,
place to
and we
watch.
want more conference rooms and less of the entertainment. But what we can do is, if we ever take over a
Now we're gonna
ship
go
and
down
fill one
one
up,
deck to deck
then
number
those
12. Remember,
entertainment
deck
centers will
14.
be made
This is
available
aft
to
of
us
the
for
ship. You
conferences.
see here the water slide,
And,
twister. You see waterworks.
Like I say, this is just a
The
test,
results of the
and
renovation that took place in 2016.
you know, you don't jump in with both
So
feet
here's the
until you know what you're
300-foot
doing. And
water
I
slide,
found out very
50
quickly
feet
that
long.
I don't
There's
know what I'm
also,
doing when it comes to a
couple
conference
sets
and a
of racing
cruise.
water slides, a
But
larger
hey,
one
you know
for bigger
what?
kids and
We'll
a smaller
learn
one
and we'll get it
for the
down,
little
and
kids that you'll see as well. There's a little bit of a
we'll
splash zone
see where
for
this
the kids.
goes. Yeah, if you
And
check
these
out that thing with
fantasy
Tone
splash
Vase,
ships,
he
there's a
kind of
lot
had an idea
of
with
back here
me. He
behind
even
the
was starting to
waterworks.
plan it
So
where we do a
some
river
deck
cruises,
space.
which I thought was a great idea. And he thought of
Place
several
for them to
rivers we
watch
could
sail
go down. One of them was the
ship.
Nile.
You
We
look
could talk about,
down,
yeah,
very
we
huge.
maybe do the
You see
Danube.
Wow, the Nile?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a great idea.
Egypt?
Yeah, I've never been to Egypt, so
Cairo.
it'd be great. But you know what? My vision isn't that crowd. My vision is for the regular guys. You know, this is really geared for you people in California that, you know, are just started in Bitcoin or want to get into Bitcoin. And that's what I've geared this for. It's you know, it's not for the old gangsters, the OGs in the Bitcoin market. It's for the people that are new, and you know, you may not be you may not have your Bitcoin, you may not be a Bitcoin millionaire yet, you know, you just starting out. Bitcoin Jesus is not a Bitcoin millionaire yet.
I'll get there.
Okay, see, he says he's going to get there, so that's
area that's covered.
all right. So that they've seen enough. That's the cruise ship. Let's go.
You know what? I
Yeah.
found the names of the winners.
Oh,
The
okay.
last Baja 500.
Okay.
At the group A, in the first place is Andy McMillan, and second place is Luke McMillan. Them are brothers. It's the second time.
And they almost got third. They thought they'd get 1, 2, and 3, but the last one, the car broke down or something. I guess.
Yeah, and the third place is Abdali Lopez from Tecate, Baja California, and the fourth place, Alan Ensenada.
Wow. All right.
Yeah. The second two good places from Tecate and Ensenada in Baja.
All right.
And probably someday we can see David God at the first place.
Hopefully, yeah. Maybe uglyoldgoat.com will be sponsoring a race car one of these days. I'd love to be able to do it.
Yeah, he's love that.
All right. Let's go back to Eileen. Eileen, we kind of went through everything on the cruise. Let's give these people a final message and how they can do this, how they can make this happen. I like to say, my job is to provide you with the best content I can possibly put together. The Goat Lady, she's going to give you the most fun cruise that you've ever been in, and not just on the cruise, but when you get off the boat. She's in charge of that. But we don't know what's going on without you, Eileen. How do people get on board this thing? Because we do have to jump some hurdles just to set it up and for them to get on board. How are you going to make this easier for them?
Okay, I'm going to make it easier because I'll be available by phone or at events@uglyoldgoat.com. You can reach me that way if there's any problem along the way. First thing you need to do is go into the Ugly Old Goat website, click on the Bitcoin cruise. You'll see all the information in there, who the speakers are, and there's a place that says register. Click the register button. After you do that, it'll say you're going to get an email, and the email will have a link. And you hit the link in the email that you get to say, congratulations, you're registered to have lots of fun and get lots of information. But you need to click the link to pay for it. As soon as you click the link to pay for it, you'll get another email and it'll tell you what you need to do to get booked on the cruise. We've shortcutted it so that you do not need to do the calling to Carnival. I'll do it all for you. What we need from you, the email will tell you the 4 things. You need your first and last name that appears on your passport. Went through that before. Or if you use an alternate ID, government issued ID, and birth certificate, we need the name that appears on that. Very important that the name is 100% accurate. Second thing we need is your date of birth, the month spelled out on it, June 6th, 1978, September 8th. There's sometimes a problem with reversing when you have the numbers depending on what your country of origin is. So we need you to spell that out. Then we need to know what is your country of citizenship. Is it the US? Is it some other country in Europe or Asia or around the world? And what country are you a resident of? If it's not the US, you need to tell us what country you're a resident of. Those are the main things you need. You get that back to me, we can go from there. You get another email. What do you want? You want to travel alone in a cabin all by yourself? You have a cabin with 2 people in it, you'll have to give me the information on the 2 people, the names, the date of birth, all that information on the 2 people. If you want to travel with somebody but you don't have a companion, we'll match you up with someone on the boat. I'll email you about that. The people who signed up already, we got 1 spot left there, but the ones that signed up already are probably going to be rooming with the speakers. And 2 of them have already asked for specific speakers that they'd like to room with. So that information will follow. But right away, what we need is you sign up for the conference, pay for the conference, and then give me the information after you get the email from me. You can call me. You can text it back to me. If you have any problem at all, text and ask. I'll get it all done for you. It'll save you waiting on the phone with Carnival Cruise Line and getting everything done. All the information will be in the email with the costs. I can give you what the cost was. We went through it before. It's very, very good prices we have for you. If you're in a cabin all by yourself, just by yourself, you have to pay for both of the beds in there. It goes from $738 on an interior room up 5 levels to an ocean view for $858. If you're sharing a cabin, 2 people in it, you're going to split the price in half, and the low on that for the interior is $434. The high is $494. All of these include the beds, the taxes, the fees, the gratuity, everything's in it, all your food, everything is included for those costs in there. In paying for it, you don't have to go through Carnival again. What'll happen is July 21st at 11:59 is the deadline. All the names have to be in there. So first come, first served on this. I've got everybody logged in already who's paid for the cruise, and there aren't a whole lot of spots left. Get the information into me. And then if you need an upgrade, you can also let me know if you don't like any of the rooms that are there and you want something better. For example, U.O.G and the Goat Lady have gotten a beautiful suite, beautiful, gorgeous suite with a big balcony on there. If you're interested in upgrading to a different level on the boat, just let me know. Shoot me an email or a text. You will be invoiced for the cost of your cruise by U.O.G. You'll get an invoice from him with the total amount on it, and you'll be able to pay that also on there. But immediately, we just need your information, conference payment, and this information, these 4 pieces that'll be in the email. I don't think I forgot anything, did I?
Yeah, no, you were very thorough, Eileen. Let me remind these people too. All these speakers, or the ones we have referral links to, are listed on this YouTube. And if you have a favorite like Kestutis or Tyler Jenks or Zezo Duarte, whoever it is, you can use their link and you'll get 15% off.
The description is on the link.
The description is on the link on the bottom. You'll get a 15% discount, and they'll get a 10% affiliate because, hey, you're coming because of them and not because of Ugly Old Goat, which I thoroughly understand. So. And the other thing I want to emphasize, if you're hearing about this from a friend or a relative that they sent, they have a link and use their link, because you will get a 15% discount, and they're going to get a small reward because you signed up through them and through their promotion. And these people have been followed me for a long time, and they, hey, I did 11 years in prison. I was always stand up. I went with the shot collars. I was always eyeball to eyeball and nose to nose with whatever the problems were going on there. And you're going to get the same thing from me here. And I can promise you this too. One of the things that I teach, it's not just money management, but it's also how to run a business. And one thing that you do is you always under promise and over deliver. And I guarantee you that you are going to get more than what you're bargaining for, than what I'm telling you about. I don't know exactly how that's going to pan out because it's a lot more complicated than I thought. And, getting all this together it's a full-time job. That's why, I've said, you know what, I need to devote myself to this conference, and then we're going to go on vacation, and then we're going to come back and work on it some more. Now, I want to pass it over. Okay. Yes. And yes, I'm going to do that. I invited Kestutis, and I want him to speak again, but emphasis is on the cruise, because I got to sell it out. We want to get this thing taken care of. And I'm going to hand it back over to the goat lady, because she handed me a card. She's got the plan. So what is the plan?
And Thursday night, we have the dinner, welcome dinner with everybody, and we can share, we can meet each other, and they cannot ugly, they cannot meet, they cannot, because we say Gus.
This one's Gus.
Difficult,
His name is hard.
It's hard.
Kestutis is hard, so Gus is easy. All my children call him Gus.
Yeah, and we can have a shared dinner. It's not just for compromise or whatever. We want to have guests, not just people that come to the conference. We want to have guests so we can share with them. And Friday is the conference. The people and the opportunity they have. People can ask anything to the people at the conference. Saturday, but we say the schedule is the race, the dinner, beacon house. We can start 7 a.m. We had to be the first ones and go down to the cruise ship, because people can go out to the cruise ship all day. Mm-hmm. We stay all day, but we stay here. We want to see the race. The people who want to see the race can come later on, but have to.
Yeah, there's plenty to do. If you're not interested in the race, that's just fine. There's all kinds of things to do in Ensenada. You can walk right downtown. They have a wonderful tourist area. You can do a wine tour in the, what do they call it? The Ruta de Vino. And they have some fantastic wineries.
And people want to go use downtown, can enjoy downtown, and we can meet the people who want to come and meet us at the restaurant for the dinner. And
they can actually go fishing if they want to.
Oh, yeah.
If they like to, it's a very inexpensive place to go.
It's a boat ride, right? Here it's a boat ride. Remember
boat ride?
Yeah, boat ride too.
Oh, boat ride. The boat. Ride. Well, they're going to be on a cruise. I don't think they want to go on the boat ride. But for $2, you can get a cruise of the bay.
Yeah.
But I think better they would be more interested in just seeing the downtown. Okay. What's that? Okay.
After we come to the beacon house, we had to go back 5 p.m. at the cruise ship, and 7 p.m. we can have party.
Right. And Annis and I are probably going to go on a trial cruise maybe in August or before September, because we just want to make sure.
August.
Yeah, in August, because we just want to make sure we have the lay of the cruise ship right. And we don't, we're not in this we're not making anything on this thing. And but I want to put it together right. I want this to be a memorable trip. So we'll probably go on a cruise, and I'll let you know. So if you guys want to sign up and go on a pre-cruise, and hey, we're just going to be having fun, you're welcome to come with us. But that's what we're going to do. We're just going to go and get a lay of the ship so we realize what's going on here.
And how we can set up everything.
Yeah,
because I don't want to have our guests. They say, you know what, we want to be in this area just with you guests. No, I want to be sure what place we will get. When I do something, I like do the things the much better that I can.
Yep.
And I want to have emphasis on that for our guests have good place, have good area for enjoy. We can see, this time we want private party for our guests, for the conference guests, and we want to have that place.
And we want to make a positive impact on Carnival, because if they see what we're doing here and what we do, then they'll come. I mean, I really do have a goal. I'm in another business, and maybe people are learning more and more about what I do, but I'm in the voice broadcasting business, and I can literally send out a voice blast to every business in the United States within a few hours. I have the capacity to make millions and millions of phone calls, and I do so regularly. I've done some really cool stuff in political causes. I don't talk about that, but hey, I kind of opened my life up to you guys, and I do have some great stories, war stories to tell, and successes and failures, and that's what this is about. So, yes, we invited all the speakers. The last minute, I sent them the link so that they could join us if they could. Garbriel D Vine wanted to come on, but he's been moving. It says next week, he promises, so that's great. But I'm going to turn it back over. We don't mean to be ignoring you, Kestutis. It's just that we want to get this conference under our belt, and we want to make sure you have a full crowd to speak to.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I'm good. I'm listening to you and just, hanging. So you do your thing.
All right. Well, encourage your followers to sign up under you. Oh, and like I say, I don't know if anybody, they probably don't want, they'll probably say, I don't want to stay with Kestutis. It's just like they wouldn't want to stay with me. It's a good thing I'm taking a companion. Yeah, we would bring Bitcoin Jesus, but he's unfortunately, he's banned. He's one of these people that's been deported. Yeah, they don't welcome him back. He can travel the entire world, but not the United States. So unfortunately, you can ask for Bitcoin Jesus, but he's not available to you.
We can put him in one suitcase and take with us. Welcome, Cass. Hi.
Hi.
All right.
How are you doing?
Well,
I'm much better. We are here. Encourage the people to go to the conference.
Yeah. So what can you say to encourage your people to come to this conference? You know what it's about. I mean, we've grown a very nice friendship over the last few months, and it's been a lot of fun working with Kestutis. It really has been. He's an up-and-coming guy in the space. And, hey, another thing that you're going to notice about this conference is I'm not going after all the superstars. In fact, having Zezo Duarte, we're going to hopefully make him a superstar. We're going to make Bitcoin Jesus a superstar. Any of you guys can do this. This is my whole message. It's not that hard. I'm not that smart. I'm not that good of a trader. I'm a lousy trader, okay? But I can teach you to make money trading, even if you're not a good trader.
That's a good one.
Yes, Russell Feldman, I would be glad to teach you, and I'll introduce you to my 13-year-old because he's going to be doing the same thing. But don't tell anybody that you're that age because it's not legal for you to be trading.
Yes, don't say, don't talk about it.
Hey, my article I'm working on now is that Bitcoin is the new it's the new America. And you know who the influence of this article is? I got to put a lot of thought into it. But the influence was Kestutis and the friend that he interviewed. Who was the friend that you interviewed that you both lived under the Soviet Union? And you guys understand America than 95% of Americans do.
Yeah, that was Jan Pritzker. He wrote a book inventing Bitcoin. And I highly recommend for anyone to get, just like you read the Bitcoin Standard, make sure you read Inventing Bitcoin. It's written in a very elegant way. It's written as a story of Bitcoin invention, and anyone can understand it. So Ugly says, I don't understand the technical side. Well, if you read that book, I think you would understand anything that you need to understand. Right. And if it doesn't blow your mind, then I don't know what can blow your mind. Anyway, so you make sure you check that book out. And yes, he was from Soviet Union, just like I was. So the reason that we have a different worldview is because we can have something to compare with, right? We grew up in the communism. Then later years we spent in capitalism, you know. Then I lived in UK for a while, so I kind of tasted the nanny state, right? The socialism. So I lived in all sorts of ideologies. So then I can have a frame of reference, and I can say what it's like living here, what it's like living here, what it's like living, there. And the idea that we had is that America from the beginning was always about the freedom, right? They wanted to end the tyranny and move towards freedom, but somehow the tyranny creeped the way back in. But all these original ideas are still sound, and I think that founding fathers would be really, really happy to see that such thing as Bitcoin was born, because that was
I
their
agree
vision.
with you. Exactly. And I'm gonna try and hit all aspects of this. The more and more I'm getting into it, the more I'm saying, this is not going to be an easy article to write, because there's a lot of different nuances in America right now. But where we're going does definitely scare me. So I can't talk too much about it because it's still developing in my mind, but I might kind of submit that to you before I publish it, because I want to you have one perspective, but then I don't know if you're familiar with some of the movements in the United States, but some of them are very perverted too, because America, the idea of America, it really is not, it knows no boundaries, and it certainly isn't what the United States is today. The United States is a far cry from what was originally envisioned. And that's the disconcerting thing. I love my country. I love our Constitution, but I don't trust my government, and I actually despise it in many ways. I did talk about that with Tone too. I said, one of the big things that is very likely to happen. It looked like the stock market's getting ready to have an exponential rise, but it's going to be primarily because the fiat system is it's the only place you're going to get. Bitcoin and stock market and gold are going to be the three places you can go to preserve your wealth. But your wealth is sticking out like a sore thumb if it's in the stock market or in your IRA or any kind of retirement plan. And I think I'm going to be looking at that. I think there's a very large risk that all these retirement plans that the government made special provisions for, and I don't think it'll happen under Trump, but it could happen very quickly under some kind of circumstances, that your retirement funds could just be confiscated or a portion, taxed or however it is. And they did that. That's basically what they did when they seized all the gold in the 1930s. And so we're not immune to that in America. And I know when Tone talked about that, he says, wow, yeah, you realize if that happens, Bitcoin's going to go immediately within a week, 10 times up in price. It would immediately, like right now, go to $100,000 or $200,000 if they even took $1 out of one of these, savings programs. And I agree with that. And that's a very real risk, and that people just need. That's one of the uses of that. That's why we hodl Bitcoin.
Yes, absolutely. Because if the economy has a lifeboat, Bitcoin is it, and you better make sure you be on that Noah's Ark. Yeah.
Wow, good analogy. I like that one. All right, so we've covered everything. Did you have anything else you wanted to say?
No, only the people. I wanted us the guests to come to the cruise ship. They bring the swimsuit.
Bring the what?
The swimsuit.
The swim. Oh, she wants to see you in a swimsuit, guys.
To enjoy the pool at the cruise ship,
Of course,
we have a lot of things to do. We have to do the most that we can.
You don't like to look at me in a swimsuit, my love?
I think I had to put the ugly.
Wow. All right. Well, Eileen, You got any final words of wisdom or things that the people need to do? And hey, are you coming on this thing? You know, I want you to come.
Yes, I'll be there. It looks
All
like it's
right.
going to be very interesting. It was a very nice meeting Kestutis tonight. I had seen his name around and it was nice to see him,
Nice
and I've
meeting
talked to
you.
a couple of others. Yeah, a pleasure. And it just looks like from your conversation tonight, you and Ugly, that there is going to be a lot of information here. And I'm a newcomer to this, so I'm just excited to hear everything all of you have to say.
Mhm. That's great. That's great. It's a pleasure to
right.
share. Pleasure to share.
Right. So just go in, sign up
Right.
for the conference, click the link to pay for it, and then be ready to get the email from me and get yourself a cabin on the cruise ship.
Yeah, guys, I would just want to say something, about the cruise. I mean, you may be sitting in this and discussing, should I go, should I not? I mean, and the money's tight and everything. But guess what? The cruise is about how to end the money worries. You're gonna get so much information there that just one little idea from the people that have experience in investing and understand, how things are going. You're gonna meet like-minded people. Some people are going to end up being your mentors. Some people are going to end up being your friends. But these are the people you want to surround yourself with. If you surround yourself with these people, your life will change automatically. So get your 0.1 Bitcoin and invest in your future and come to this cruise.
Yeah, and I'm really excited about it. You guys, the networking with the people that are attending and the speakers is just you won't believe what an impact that'll make on you and on your life. So that is an important part of this. So, I mean, and the other thing too, particularly if you're in the United States or live in California, hey, and then Ensenada is not that far away, and the Bitcoin House is it's an open house. You can come down here and visit us. We have room. We have place. You can stay right with us. We have a casita that we're going to be renting soon, or you can get on Airbnb. You can get very reasonable accommodations down here.
Yep.
And but you're welcome to come and hang out down here. I mean, that's why I've built this thing. I mean, we originally, the Bitcoin house where we're at now, how long did we live in it? We lived in it for
1 year.
1 year.
1 year.
Yeah, now we live in a different house, and she has another house in mind. So, but that's way down the road.
Yeah, but the thing that I want to tell the people, if you are a beginner, you can learn a lot at this conference. If you know about the Bitcoin for a long time ago, you can learn more because we never finished to learn about Bitcoin. Do you remember a few days ago I showed you one magazine in home?
Yeah.
They are 2000 in summer 2014, and we saw it was a lot because a lot the publicity the different companies pay. A lot the publicity in that magazine about Bitcoin, about crypto was the history about the Bitcoin, because that time, how much was the time? $250?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. $250. $200 was the first conference that we've been in,
really?
in Las Vegas. I got
I
that magazine
remember.
from
Yeah,
there.
we bought one of those.
Coin.
Yeah, we bought the coin, the famous, because they banned them, but we paid what, $400 or $500? It's twice the price of a Bitcoin.
2 Bitcoin and half, and we paid $500.
$500, and now what that thing
For one collection.
Yeah, for our collection now is what worth probably 20 or 30,000.
Yep.
Because it's facetious. They call it facetious. Yeah.
Yeah, and we never finished to learn. I told you we never finished
And
to learn.
it's just hard to believe, guys. It really is. I mean, you're sitting here. God, how can I buy Bitcoin at $11,000 and make any money? Well, you know what? Just hold it for 5 years and you'll be just fine. Because you're still really early on this thing.
Yeah, that's right.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I think you're right, because it's never too late to start investing in Bitcoin. Like Ugly keeps saying, just take those few $100 a month and have your piggy bank. Bitcoin is your piggy bank. There, you have this absolute amazing opportunity to have saving system at the same time as we had debt system. So make sure you do that. It's very simple. It's very easy. Don't bother yourself to overthinking. Just buy a little bit every month, and see it as your piggy bank. And don't break it until 5 years are up. You know.
Yeah, and
And
the
that's all you
people
need to do.
don't have desperate. I wanna tell the people that don't be desperate because you have not the money for buy a complete Bitcoin. Somebody that I know told me about. He said, you know what, I really have interest about Bitcoin, but I don't have that money for invest $11,000. I don't have $11,000 for buy a Bitcoin right now. And I said, you know what, don't wait until you have $11,000. If you have $100, you can start to invest $100, and you can, like the cost said, you can invest a little bit at a time, and you have your piggy bank.
You're hodl.
You are huddled, and you can have $100. Make the purpose to have $100. If you have no money for buy all Bitcoin, with $100 every month, you can have your huddle.
Okay, what are you going to show me? You brought our picture.
Oh, I have from another conference.
This is in
I don't know if
Bogota,
people-
the Latin American Bitcoin Conference in December of 2017. And that is it.
That is Satoshi Nakamoto, and he signed that picture. I'm sure not much people have that picture, and most sign for him. If you know not about the history, I'm sure we can do one show about the history.
She's convinced, but before she dies, that this picture will buy her another house. So it's probably true.
More than a house.
Or more than one house, I'm sure.
At the same conference, we went to what was that church we went to? That was the Salt Mine Church.
Yeah, the Salt Mine Church.
And we
The
found
first church in South America.
Now, and this was, I found this here. This is the typical Bitcoin trader. Not if you hodl, not if you're dollar cost averaging, but if you're trading on BitMEX and you don't know what you're doing, this is what you are.
He's a trading head.
If you follow what I say, you will never look like this, okay? Zezo Duarte is going to, he will tell you all about this and how to avoid it, okay? We teach you this should never happen. The only reason it happens is not because of the market, it happens because of you.
Yeah. Someday, hi, Marisol.
Okay, you need to speak in Spanish.
Someday I want to have the show in Spanish, and they ugly have to have translator.
Right.
And someday we will have in Spanish.
Well, go ahead. No, today, right now, speak your message in Spanish.
Ok, lo que estaba diciendo también es muy importante acerca de Bitcoin. Hay personas que yo les hablo acerca de Bitcoin aquí en la ciudad, o personas que conozco, pero hace poco un conocido me dice, es que no tengo $11,000 para invertir en un Bitcoin. Tuve gastos, tuve otras inversiones, así que no puedo ahorita. Y le digo, bueno, ¿tú tienes $100? Y me dice, no, pues sí, los tengo allí en la mano. Ok, le digo, con $100 tú puedes empezar a comprar una parte de Bitcoin. Y se sorprendió, me dice, wow, no sabía que podría hacer eso. Y le digo, claro que sí. Si no tienes para comprar una Bitcoin completa, con $100 que tú puedas tener cada mes, si es posible, en las personas que hay limitaciones, se va haciendo el ahorro, vas teniendo tu banquito ahí en casa. Así que no esperes a tener $11,000. No esperes a tener $11,000 para comprar un Bitcoin. $100 más que suficiente y poco a poquito lo vas a ir haciendo más grande tu ahorro. Okay, something else to say?
No, that's it. I mean, we're good.
You gotta let Kestutis talk.
Well, Kestutis, you want to speak you wanted to say something in Lithuanian, or you may as well go ahead and give your message in Lithuanian.
I'm afraid there's not a lot of Lithuanian viewers, but if there's
there's one or two, I'm sure, but you need to deliver your message in Lithuanian just for everybody to appreciate. Okay.
All right, for that one person that is Lithuanian that's listening, nusipirk bilietuką į kruzą ir atvaryk ir bus viskas bus gerai. So yeah, that's my Lithuanian message. If somebody is
all right. I had a professor that was Lithuanian. He was always a great professor. I'll never forget him. So.
I have fun with the message, the IBL.
Kestutis, you're washing? That's what you say. Kestutis wash.
What? Oh.
Lavas is wash.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. I don't know if we have anything more to say. Hopefully, hopefully we're going to sell out on this conference after this stupid, silly Bitcoin Saturday Night Live. I'm going to keep doing it. Let's see. What day is today? Today is the 23rd. Okay. Next Saturday night, if we're not sold out, we're going to have some kind of a marathon until we get sold out, because next week is the 20th. I'm going to get.
Oh, you know what? Something else that I have in mind. Now they are speaking in Spanish. Is some people then sometimes don't speak so great English like me, and we can talk in Spanish. I can translate from you, and I can give interview to the people they speak Spanish for understand much better. The most that I know, I can explain to them. If not, I can call ugly, or we can have one meeting in Spanish.
You realize Bitcoin is the new America, and most of America is not the United States. Most of the America, there's also Central America, and there's South America, and there's Canada. And remember, you know what? And the problem we have as Americans is we just have too big of egos, and we think we are it, and that's why we want to dominate the world, and that's why a lot of people don't want to do business with us, because we want to get on all their business.
Yeah, but remember, the America is all continent. Is Canada, United States, Mexico, South America.
America is an idea. And that's why I got to hit. I mean, I've got some of these people in this Christian identity movement. I'm going to start taking issue with it, because they're very smart, but they got part of it wrong. America has no borders. Like Bitcoin, it's an idea. You know what? You can be in the Soviet Union and in a gulag and still be an American.
Yep. Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Like then Mexico say.
So
es perico, todo el tiempo es verde. Donde quiera es verde. I don't know how to say it in English, but people that speak Spanish can understand. El que es perico, donde sea es verde. Así que.
Anybody want to take their hand and translate that for us gringos? All right.
I just want to say that I hope, just a final thought. I hope what he just said, that I hope that idea of America will invade the world, not the government.
Exactly. America is individual freedom. We want limited government. I'm not an anarcho-capitalist, and I've dissociated myself away from those people too. I did invite Max Hillebrand on, and so that'll be interesting, because he's had some great debates and done some great debates, and seems to be very fair. So that'll be interesting. I'm sure that I'm going to be challenging him, and he'll be challenging me at the conference, because he's a big Murray Rothbard fan, and I am not. I think, I call Murray Rothbard a gold socialist, and I don't think Max is there, but the implications of some of the things that Murray Rothbard has written is, in my mind, horrendous. So. And un-American. So anyway, so this will also be a very American conference. So if you're pro-American, come to this conference. Eileen, you got any fun? Are we blowing you away yet?
They just
No.
translated it for you. Whoever is a parrot, he's green everywhere. Doesn't translate well. Right? You get the idea.
Yeah, okay.
You get the idea, yeah.
I did have one question for Kestutis. The book, Inventing the Bitcoin. What's the name of your friend who wrote that? I missed it when you mentioned it.
His name is Jan, Y-A-N, Pritzker, P-R-I-T. I think it's Z-S-K-A-E-R. Anyway, something like that. Pritzker.
Okay, thanks. All right, well, it's been a good night.
I have a Medium article about that. Let me see if I can find it. Hang on. Let's see if I can find my Medium. Medium. Okay. Oh, yeah. No, I'll post it later.
You want to show it?
Yeah, I can't find it right now. So how do I get back to this? Okay. Yeah, I can't find it right now, but I did do a video. There was the one where I featured you and the guy that wrote the book. In fact, I invited him to be a speaker, and it just didn't work out for some reason. Maybe he'll be able to make it because I thought he could come and promote his book, but I know he lives in Chicago, and I think he had a conflict.
How about, it's a lot of people that would like to come won't be able to make it. So I had this idea, why don't we have a projector and have them to tune in through the Hangouts on the big projector screen?
It's the problem.
Yeah, we can do that, but and we can do that, and a lot of people I know would make a surprise. I know Tone would be glad to make an appearance because he was invited, and I knew it would conflict. Now, I wasn't even trying to get, but I invited him. But I just, hey, you know what? We would love for you to go give us some words of encouragement because he's one of my mentors in this. I mean, I was an early follower of him. He taught me the fundamentals. The technical, it's neither here nor there, but the fundamentals he taught me. And I just respect his integrity and what he's done. And he, introduced me to the Bitcoin maximalist movement, which of course I want to change that. So it's the Bitcoin standard movement because I don't want to be pigeonholed into an identity that was created by one of the enemies of Bitcoin. And so that's why I have, if you notice up these little things here, this is, let's see if I can get this out. This is the Bitcoin standard. This is our staff. Let's see if I can turn on the light. Eddie, can we turn off all the lights and just, maybe we can go out. I think the way I can do this kind of glows pretty cool. Is it on now? I think so. Can you turn off all the other lights and see if we can
get in here.
Huh? Yeah, see if we can do that because it might be a cool way to end this show. This kind of glows up. I've gotten some good pictures of this one. It's completely dark. And I don't know, this battery might be dead. It may not be lit up. So is that light on?
No, it's not.
No, it's not. Okay, so I
Can you
can't
see
do that.
it?
No, it's not on. Let's see.
What is the other?
I can do that one. Yeah, I can do that. No, it looks like you have to put a new battery in that.
Yeah, but
Oh, let's see if I can do the other one.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, we left it on. They burn out real quick. But I have this one here. And this is one thing I do. These are custom made, and I can make, the gal that did it did such a great job. And when we develop our website, I can't get this out of here. There we go. Okay. When I get this developed, I really want to, if you want to buy one of these, you can be able to buy it. If we do it, I'm going to set up a nonprofit because I want to award this Bitcoin standard bearer every year to somebody that's really done an outstanding job in Bitcoin. I think it's something we need to do. I also want to do the same thing. The shield that Tone for these developers, the people that are protecting Bitcoin, they need to be rewarded also. And so I want to reward them. Let's see if I can turn this on. Oh yeah, that turns on a little bit.
As a laser.
Yeah, there's a laser. Can you turn off all the other lights and we'll just go out this way? Just because I think it will work.
Like there is a laser.
Yeah, there's the laser, so it's actually a pointer.
With Satoshi?
Yeah.
We
Well,
put
just
with
unplug
Satoshi.
everything, but don't unplug the camera and stuff. Should I unplug this here? Can I take this out?
No, something more easy. Here, use this one.
All right.
There
We
is
lose.
one light.
Oh, we need to take out the open sign.
No, it's okay with that.
No, we'll take out the open sign. I want it completely
No,
dark. These
There
lights,
is light there in front. We have a lot of lights for having.
a lot of camera things, and turn off the other light, and then turn off the open side is in the kitchen there.
No, that one,
Unplug.
Eddie.
Yeah, that one. Oh, there we go. Now, let's see if we, oh, all right, now turn off the other open sign. All right. There,
Okay.
now we go. This is what it's all about. And the other Bitcoin is better, but this has a laser. You can actually be a pointer. See that? We point there we are with. So this is where we're going. Yeah, we kind of make a ritual out of it because we want to build tradition. And, I came up with the name Bitcoin. Hey, you turned on my lights again.
I think it's time. We don't have to be so long without lights.
No, we need to turn off those lights. I'm getting in the mood. No, Esther, turn it off. You turned it on. You had them all off. What happened? There, okay. All right, there we go. All right. Oh, we need unplug the thing in the kitchen and we're good. Take out the open sign. All right, now we're going. See there we go. This has a button on it. I like the other B design better, but we're still working on exactly what this Bitcoin staff is going to be. But hey, you guys, as you succeed in Bitcoin, I hope you'll consider becoming a Bitcoin standard bearer. That's what I consider myself to be. I've completely disassociated myself from the crypto world. I know that we're having two people from World Crypto Network, but hey, they invented that name in its own time, and they're sound people. They're Bitcoin standard bearers. They just have a name they need to change, and that's what this is about. And we're going to build on the Bitcoin standard, and my purpose is to teach you. Whoops.
Hello, we are
Who
back.
did that? Oh, you
I
why did you do
did.
that?
Yeah.
Okay.
People can see you.
Okay. They don't need to see me. Okay. All right.
Okay.
My wife wants to meet him. I wanted him just to see the Bitcoin and what my vision is for this thing. And that's it.
Yeah, but everybody is welcome to the cruise ship.
Right. All right. I think we are done. Eileen, I want to thank you so much for the wonderful job that you have done. I couldn't have done it without you. I say this in the beginning when I started this whole thing. You were in my mind from the very beginning. I said, you know what? Who the perfect person is to be the liaison between the cruise ship and me is Eileen, and you have been. And what a superb job you've done. I hope we really succeed on this. I mean, it's going to be a full-time job for you if we pull this off, and particularly if we do it again in the off season, in 6 months. So I hope you're up for the task if we pull this off.
It's exciting. It's exciting and it's fun. And your goat lady is doing a great job too.
Oh, everybody's doing a great job. Everybody's doing a great job. Come here, Esther. You want to be in on this?
Oh, Esther's here.
No, okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, well, that's fine. So, hey, guys, thanks for tuning in. Sign up for the conference. We have one more week of promotion. If we don't sell it out this week, then I'm going to get all the speakers on, and we'll have a sellout marathon on next Saturday Night Live. What can you get? Oh, okay. You can get, that book you can get on Amazon now. Kestutis, did you know that?
Yeah.
Your friend you can get on Amazon.
Yeah, anyone who wants that book, just go on Amazon. It's available there.
Okay, we don't hear you, but anyway.
Not expensive either.
All right, I think we're done. If you guys, we're going to call it a night. it was a great Saturday Night Live. You want to go out for dinner? Or just stay
We
home?
need to dance. Sound money.
Oh!
But you have to make with Daddy.
Okay.
Daddy, come here because I can't
Eddie,
do
you gotta
the
come up
dance
here and
right
do the
now.
dance. Come on. No, banjo. You can go to the banjo later. Okay, Eileen, you gotta learn something. This is the Ugly Old Goats dance, and that's how we end the show. And you have to be willing to make a little bit of a fool of yourself. So I'm gonna go through it once briefly, then we all can do it together. What we do is I stand up. Let me get the camera. I gotta stand back now. Maybe I'll turn it up a little bit. No, don't touch it. Let me see this. Okay, here we go. I go, ready? No, we gotta do this. Okay, ready? We go, huddle, huddle, huddle. Say. Build. Now, you can elaborate all that you want on this, and some people don't like to make fools of themselves, but Kestutis has no problem making a fool of himself. And hopefully you don't, if you're going to really get into the Bitcoin, okay, come on, Eddie, we got to do this. You can be over on this side. And here we go.
Again?
Yeah.
Didn't you just do it?
No, we just practice so that because Eileen's never done this before.
Yeah.
Do I have to?
Here, yeah, you got to. Here we go. Particularly if we're going to be Bitcoin Jesus.
Well, yeah, that is
Bitcoin
true.
Jesus has to be in the
Bitcoin
middle.
Jesus, yeah.
Bitcoin Jesus has to be in the middle.
Can't go wrong with that.
Yes, you can't go. Here we go. You ready?
Was it?
Huddle, huddle, huddle. Say. Build. Sound money. All right, it was fun.
Good night.
Next time, Eileen, you got to join us
Okay.
next Saturday night. You got to be doing this dance. All right.
Good night.